Where a nod is required, that is what I want to give. Where further consultation and intensive public participation is required, it must go to the people. And therefore, I want to appreciate the current government who has brought 4 items into this parliament to legislate over it. Top cream is the 2/3 gender rule. I remember, Mr. Speaker, during my campaign, one of the things that I promised the women, I'm going to be in that parliament and I'm going to push for implementation of 2/3 gender rule once and for all. I want to congratulate all the women who are in this parliament, the senior ones who are not with us here, but are in other levels of government. I want to appreciate those who have earned the position either in private, parastatal, and what have you. I want to inform and categorically go on record that 2/3 gender rule in this parliament doesn't require further debate, requires implementation. It is long overdue. I think we are moving towards taking side shows when we are still wondering whether it will be implemented or not. I want to urge all the sitting members of parliament from the male gender, this is something that we want to see you on the forefront. It is the women who are leading this country, right from the village, from the houses where we come from. When a woman is in front, everything is perfect. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to say that 2/3 gender rule becomes concluded. Let us not debate over this thing until even Jesus will come back and find us we are still pretending over the 2/3 gender rule. On to the second session, which is enshrining NGCDF and GAF. In Kenya, we are 47 women representatives. I'm very happy that we have shifted as a parliament. When we mention NGCDF, it's something, a sixth sense comes into their minds and all minds of the MPs who are representing constituencies, and they mention GAF not left behind. BENSUDA is saying GAF is fast. We have seen the fruits of NGCDF, very conspicuous, very objective. In my constituency, I see the classrooms which can be models. I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Kaluma, for what you've done on classrooms in Mutembei town constituency. I see what Honorable Adipo Kwame does in the constituency where I cook ugali. There is no debate about NGDCF. If anything, we are calling for an increased percentage, not a reduction, not a debate over it. And we are saying that when we came to parliament, in my maiden speech, I said categorically, I did not resign from my job to become a flower girl. I'm above being a flower girl in the parliament. I'm here to represent. I cannot represent words and statements. I represent work. And work goes along with financial mobilization. And therefore, I echo the government for bringing that part of NGCDF and GAF enshrined in the Constitution. I remember very well when we had a sitting, when the current government visited Homabay. Dr. William Samoei Ruto said, when I stood up to rise on behalf of the 47 women reps, BENSUDA, I have already signed that. Kazi ni kwenu huko bungeni. Himself, he said it. Is there anybody still doubting about GAF? What we get is good enough. But what we are saying, when considerations are being done for increment, we want women reps to represent effectively and efficiently. And so I support. When I come to the issue, there are 4 issues. We have the issue of the Senate. I want to argue and support from the perspective of a project planner. There is no monitoring and evaluation which can be done without resources, which can be done without mapping out the framework of the project to be monitored. I believe Senate is doing that. What I'm saying, can there be realistic budget demanded so that when the county governments, the national government is being put into check, then we are doing it from a realistic perspective. And of course, the reports must be timely submitted.